All right. Welcome to this very special movement and meditation class. And this is really just basically a chance to introduce yourself to what gentle movement might be for you, what meditation might be for you. So, kind of a stressful time, or maybe it's not a stressful time for you. I want this to be a place where you feel open and free and a chance maybe just to come in and relax and just be present. So, we're going to get started in a nice seated position. So we make our way to the floor and feel your seat kind of connect to your mat, to the floor, to the space beneath you. Can you relax your shoulders? Let your arms just kind of sit heavy on top of your legs. I'm going to close my eyes because that's what feels comfortable to me. But if closing your eyes for whatever reason feels weird, just let your eyelids soften. Kind of let your gaze go out of focus. I want you to just start for a moment here. Just feel your breath. So bring a hand to your chest and a hand to your belly. And feel how they rise and fall with each inhale and exhale here. Can you be in this space of just breathing? Can you be in this space of, I gotta relax my legs a little bit. I'm feeling some tension in there because I'm trying to hold everything up. Let your legs relax. Does that mean you have to uncross them a little bit more? Awesome. Or just settle into this breath. Let yourself just be in this moment. And bring those arms down. Shoulders relaxed. Unclench your jaw. Soften through the forehead. Let your legs sink heavy towards the floor. And I want you to ask yourself, what do I need from this movement and meditation class today? What would, at the end of this, what would make me feel good? What will I want to say about class when I'm done? And it's okay if it feels like you don't hear anything, or if it feels like you hear this canned answer. That's okay. That's a response. Maybe this is just your opportunity to check in with yourself. Maybe this is just your chance to try meditation in a new and different way. So I want you to start making some circles with your upper body. So I want your seat to stay glued to the floor. And if it's not a perfect circle, that's fine. I just want you to find some movement here. And then I want you to switch, find some circles in that other direction. Good. And if you need to get those shoulders involved, if you want to get the arms involved, let yourself do that. Good. We're going to come back to the center. I want you to roll the shoulders up and back. Nice and big, as over exaggerated as you think you can. Good. And if you want to bring those arms up, maybe fingertips to the shoulders. A couple of deep breaths in and out. Good. And then we're going to reverse that. Roll those shoulders forward. Still breathing. Eyes open or closed, whatever feels good. If it feels too weird to add movement with your eyes closed, I completely understand that. Roll those shoulders forward here. Good. You're going to take a moment, bring those legs out to the front. Just find a little point and flex through your toes. Move the feet around. Take it into some circles. This is going to be a very chill movement practice today. I just want us to find a little bit of touch point with our body, a chance to give our brain to disconnect for just a moment, focus on our movement. Good. Keeping the legs kind of forward, we're going to bend the knees, hands come to the side or back behind you. And I want you to start with a gentle windshield wiper. So just a nice soft back and forth. We're not going fast. This isn't a pouring rain. This is that light drizzle where you start to question if I even needed to turn my windshield wipers on. I just want you to float it side to side. Then if you want to start getting a little bit bigger, do that, but keep it slow. Slow movement today is what we're looking for. Good. It doesn't have to be this big. It can be whatever feels appropriate to you. Maybe it is this big. Maybe you want to find A little hold as you get over to that side. So each knee is at a 90-degree bend. Gonna bring that hip forward. Wrapping up the movement here wherever you feel like you've gotten it appropriately done on both sides here. Scoot yourself back onto the mat. We're going to bring that right leg forward, tuck that left foot in, and then just slowly start to crawl the hands out in front of you. Let your chest relax to the floor. Breathe in, breathe out. If you're ready, we're going to walk the hands over towards that right foot, reaching towards the toes, the foot, the ankle. Doesn't really matter how far down you can get. That is not the point. The point is, do you feel this nice big stretch, the back of the legs, little to the back of the knee, into your calf? Drop your shoulders. I'm sure they're creeping up. Let them relax. Breathe into that space here. If there are any props that you need, like a block, a pillow, blocks, a strap, whatever you might need, make sure you grab that. You can always pause this, come back. Props are going to be, we love props here at Authentic Victories. We're going to swap sides, send that left leg out, tuck that right in, start to the center first. Just slowly walk those fingertips out. I always like to remind people blocks, props, whatever they are, whatever you need, is there to make yoga work for you. You're not supposed to kind of contort your body into yoga to make it fit or look right. You'll get the most benefit from your practice by using props. Walk those hands over to that left foot. Again, reaching towards the toes, the ankle, grabbing the pants. Find that little bit of a twist here. Or stay to the center. Always a wonderful option as well. And just breathe into that stretch. Take your time here. Good. And then we're just going to bring it up to center. Keep that left leg out. Send that right leg wide. And sometimes I need to reposition my rear end on the floor here. So sitting up nice and tall, we're going to bring the chest forward. Hands are going to slide down our legs. And take a couple of deep breaths in and out. Bring those hands wherever it feels comfortable. If you want more of a challenge, I like my hands behind me, kind of encouraging my chest more towards the floor. Bring the hands towards the center. If you want to grab a block for your arms, a block for your head, make this practice as unique as you are. Let it be whatever you need today. Just taking a moment. And if you want a little point and flex here, that could be cool. Does that feel good? It's up to you, right? Let's finish with some butterfly. So feet come towards each other in the center. Start to bring the heels to your inside here. Or if it feels more comfortable, to scoot your seat towards your feet. I love that option as well. Can you relax your legs? Can you let your knees sink? Even if that means your knees feel like they're up by your elbows, doesn't matter. Let them relax. Find some softness here. This is all about softening into the flow. Do we need some movement today? So find some circles. A little in either direction here. Or maybe it's just about dropping that chest forward a little bit. Play around. Yoga doesn't have to be serious. It can be fun. It can be silly. It can be approached with curiosity. So just kind of let it show up however it needs to show up for you today. Good. We're going to bring it up nice and tall. Again, feet to the front. Take a moment here. Find ourselves back to seated. Arms are going to come down to our side. We're going to breathe in, send those arms up. As we breathe out, we're going to take a twist to the right. So left hand is going to come towards that leg. Right hand is going to reach back behind us. Again, the twist doesn't have to be too intense. If you're just like, that's not feeling awesome today, that's okay. Reaching those arms up, nice big stretch. Let's take that twist over to the left. And this side might feel different, might feel the same. Just kind of, again, always approach it with curiosity. That's the best thing you can do here. Good. And then slowly back to the center. Good. We're going to find our way to a nice tabletop, a nice all fours position here. So hands are going to come underneath our shoulders. Knees are going to come underneath our hips. Let's start to take it into some cat-cow. So we're going to round through the spine as we come into cat. Tailbone up, chest forward, belly towards the floor as we move through to cow. I'm going to challenge you to slow these down. How slow can you move in between your cat and your cow? This is going to be a completely floor-based class tonight. I just want you to take some time. If you need to find some additional movement, find some additional movement here. It's all good, I promise. Let yourself breathe. Let yourself move. Wonderful. Good. Coming back to the center, we're going to step the knees a little bit wide, drop it into child's pose. So bring the hips back. Let the arms reach towards the top of the mat. Shoulders, again, soften away from our ears. Can you soften through your belly? Can you relax your forehead down? I want you to take the time here to see what's going to feel good, to see what's going to feel nourishing, what helps you feel taken care of tonight. Maybe that means bringing the palms together, bring the hands back towards the head, and you find a little deeper stretch through that tricep. Maybe it's about bringing it more into puppy. So hips come up a little bit more. Drop it back. That's a great option as well. Good. Let's find our way back to tabletop here. I'm going to turn towards the long edge of my mat because we're extending that leg here, but you do you. So we're going to send that right leg out to the side. Hands are going to stay planted. We're just going to start with a little gentle forward and back. So from the side, that just looks like the hips come back towards that foot, head comes towards the top of that mat, or comes forward, whatever feels good. We're going to bring it into that hold. So drop the hips back as much or as little as feels good to you. So it can mean, again, kind of a variation on puppy. Or maybe it's kind of a variation on child's pose. You extend those arms. What's going to feel good in my body is not what's going to be feeling good in your body. So maybe it's about finding that spot and then bringing in some more movement again. Playing it really relaxed here today, so just take your time. Love this. Bring it back to center. Let's go to the other side. Left foot comes out. Play around with that forward and back. And you can stay here the whole time too. If this is what feels really good, do that. And then coming into that stretch. So maybe you get all the way back just to see. You decide it's not for you. Maybe come up a little bit, maybe come into that movement. The movement is feeling good to me today, but maybe that static hold feels better to you. That's where we're going, where it feels better to you. Good. Coming back to center, step that left foot in. We're going to bring both legs through. Brief little stop at seated here, and then we're going to roll onto our back. So letting ourselves roll all the way down. We're going to bend the knees, walk those feet back to us. Let's take it into some flowing bridge to start. So legs about hip distance, arms relaxed down to our side. We're just going to roll the hips up and then slowly back down. Nice relaxed breath here. Again, take your time. Good. And then we're going to come into a hold. So press through the feet, roll your hips up, high, low. Where does it feel good? Keep your shoulders and your head on the mat, hips lifted. Good. Slowly relax everything down. Let's draw that right knee in. Let the left foot relax. Take a moment here. And then slowly into that twist. So drawing the left leg across, maybe extend that right arm out. Let's take a couple of nice deep breaths in and out here. And you can bend this right knee as much or as little as you'd like. I want you to find where it feels like you have appropriate touch to this so that it's not, your leg's not trying to get away from you, but maybe it's not so high that it feels like it's constricting how you breathe. Good. Loving this. Good. And then we're just going to slowly draw that right leg back. Switching sides, we'll bring that left knee in, a little wiggle if we need to, and then find that twist. So drawing that left leg across, left arm's extending out. So again, bend it as much or as little as you want. Grab the pant leg if that feels like it's a better hold to you than gripping onto your leg. Maybe be a little bit of snap, crackle, and pop as we do this twist, but don't force it into that pop. It's not what we need. We just need to feel that stretch into our low back, into our spine. Feel that breath. Release it if we need to. Wonderful. Coming back to the center, we're going to bend the knees, walk those feet back to you. Let's take another round of our flowing bridge here. So just nice and slow. Roll it up and down. Take your time. Again, slow as you can. Always just checking in. What would feel good in your body? What wouldn't? We're going to find one more hold here. So bring the hips up. I'm not going super high today. I'm just feeling, again, very chill and relaxed. Good. Relax it down. Let's take some windshield wipers here. So we're just going to send the legs side to side like it's massaging into our low back. Good. We're going to come into our reclining figure four. So we're going to bring that right ankle across the top of that left leg, and then left knee comes towards our chest. If this doesn't feel good to you, keep that left foot planted. Right hand comes to the leg and kind of presses the knee towards your toes. That's still going to get that stretch. You can hold on to that right leg and kind of draw that towards the chest. Reach the hands through. You can grab a blanket or a towel and bring it around the back of that left leg for a little extra support. Breathing into that stretch here. Good. And then we're going to slowly release that foot down, uncross the leg. Wiggles here if we need it. Wonderful. Left ankle across that right knee. And then bringing that leg towards the chest. Again, maybe left hands are supporting that left leg as we draw it close. Maybe we feel ready to bring the hands through that opening. Maybe right foot on this side is staying planted and we're pressing the knee out. Again, it doesn't have to be the same on each side if that doesn't feel good. What feels good? What needs does your left hip have that maybe your right didn't? So let each side be its side, you know. Maybe you've done something different in your routine that one side is feeling it more than the other. Always a possibility. Good. And then I want you to just gently place that left foot down, uncross the legs. Now we're going to extend both legs, reach those arms up and overhead. Find the full body stretch to start. Then just kind of let the legs relax. We're going to slowly bring those elbows wide, like a nice big cactus arm. And then reach them up and overhead into that nice big full body stretch. Reach through the fingers, reach through the toes. Good. Relax the legs, relax the feet, nice and easy. Bring those elbows wide. Good. One more time. Send those arms up and overhead. Reach through the fingers, reach through the toes. Nice big stretch here. Good. We're going to close with a guided meditation here. So take a moment to get yourself comfortable. So if you need to stop the video, go ahead and do that. Grab a pillow if you want that. Grab a blanket. If you want to be a little bit cozier, a little bit comfier, if you want to, I like to come back to seated if that feels better to you. Just bring a block for underneath my seat, bring my hips a little bit higher. So take a moment and let yourself get settled. What I mean by that is I want you to find where you feel relaxed, where your body can release any tension it might still be holding on to. So if you wanted to come to seated, maybe you bring your back up against the wall. Or maybe you come and sit in a chair or on the couch, wherever feels good. If you're lying down, maybe you bring something under your knees, under your head. Maybe you grab a blanket, you take a sip of water. And as we settle into our meditation portion, I want you to close your eyes if you feel comfortable. And starting at the top of our head, I want you to feel the top of your head soften and relax, almost like there's a door opening in the top of your head, just kind of opening up to whatever the universe, God, the cosmos wants to kind of download to you, if that makes if that feels appropriate. And then I want you to relax and soften your forehead. I want you to feel your temples drop and relax. Feel that forehead. Relax your eyebrows into your cheeks. Feel your jaw unclench. Drop the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Feel your throat and your neck relax. And that relaxation is going to make its way into our shoulders. And feel that right arm all the way down to the fingertips. Feel that left arm all the way down to your fingertips. Just release any tension it might be holding. Let it relax, almost like there are magnets in our hand and magnets in the floor, and they're just drawing those arms down. Can we soften through this heart center space, front and back, front in your chest and in that upper back? Can you soften, relax, open yourself up to love, open yourself up to kindness, to joy, to peace, to understanding? For all of my female identifying people out there, can we soften? And my male, anybody, men, women, non-binary, everybody, let your belly relax. I think it's something we all unintentionally, subconsciously suck that belly in. Soften it, let it get big and round and soft and relaxed. Feel their rear end and your hips kind of connect and sink more fully into the mat. The mat is supporting. The mat has got you. Let it do its job. And then again, let that relaxation make its way down that left leg to your toes, down that right leg to your toes. Till your whole entire body feels as soft and relaxed and pliant as possible. Any remaining tension, if we can, we're just going to let it seep out of us, return to the earth, let the earth handle it for a while. And just focus on a soft, relaxed breath, just in and out. Take your time. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. I want you to think of a place, a space, a time, anywhere that makes you feel joyful, that makes you feel at home, at peace, that gives that safe space where you get to be you, quirks and all, foibles and all, mistakes and all, where you get to be 100% unapologetically you. What does that place look like? What colors do you see? What smells do you smell? Do you hear any sounds? What's the temperature like? I want you to feel and imagine that you're actually there in that space, surrounded by everything that makes you feel good and safe and relaxed and comfortable. I want you to take the time to actually enjoy being there. What do you like to do in this space? What makes you feel energized? What makes you feel ready for sleep? Everything in between. What does this space provide for you? And how are we feeling? Should it just for a moment tap into how do you feel now that you're in your safe space? You're soft, you're relaxed, you're chill, you're doing this very wonderful and important, lovely thing for you. Take your time. And I want you to look around and find a souvenir. One small thing that you can carry in your mind's eye, in your mind's pocket, that every time you think of it, that you see it in the real world, anytime you encounter this thing, it like zaps you right back to this safe space. It brings you instantly into that feeling of calm, of peace, of happiness. How would it feel to have that little talisman, that reminder with you always, safely tucked in your mind, where it's always there for you, always available, always ready for you to grab and take out when you need just that respite, just that little bit of relief from however your day might be. We're just going to take these last final moments in this wonderful, relaxing space. I want you to slowly wiggle those fingers and toes. Slowly start to bring a little movement into the body, taking your time. Maybe slowly blink those eyes open. And as you come back into your body, back into this space, we're going to meet back in a nice seated position. So take your time. And however you get back to seated is how you get back to seated. Luckily, this is all on video, so nobody's going to be watching, probably. And when we come back to seated, I want you to bring your hands to heart center. We'll rub them together, get a little bit of heat, and then bring those hands onto your chest, onto that heart space. Thank you for taking this time to love yourself. Thank yourself for taking a moment just to move your body. Thank your body for moving, however it moved. And thank everybody who joined virtually for sharing their practice with us today. One more deep breath in. Exhale out. Thank you so much for sharing this half hour of movement and meditation with me. I hope it brought you a little bit of peace, a little bit of calm into your day. Remember, come back to this anytime you need to step back into that space to find your safe space, your place where you get to be relaxed and soft and just you. So, again, thank you so much for joining me. Again, this is Lisa with Authentic Victories. Make sure you hit all of the buttons so that you don't miss any of the new videos coming. And I will see everybody in our next practice.